Welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Jenny Lockhart in for Sandy Benson today, and you are in for a treat. We've got Mary Margaret McGaughey here from Copper Penny, so thank you for joining us today. And I don't know anybody who isn't thinking spring fashion right now. You know, the weather changed overnight, and so now all of us are panicking and we need some new things to wear that are spring appropriate.
Right,
So lucky that you're here today.
Well, thank you.
So tell us, I mean, you know, obviously I'm familiar with Copper Penny, but tell us a little bit about, for the viewers that aren't as familiar with Copper Penny, tell us a little bit about the story behind Copper Penny.
Well, Copper Penny is owned by the McGaughey family, and the McGaughey family is out of Mount Pleasant. They opened the first store in 1987.
Oh wow, I'm surprised it's been that long.
It's been a long time. And then in 2003 they opened up the first Copper Penny shoes, which is just a shoe store. It's
so wonderful.
Fabulous.
I know.
And then they opened up a Copper Penny in another one in Mount Pleasant, one in Charleston, one in Savannah, and they just saw the need for, people just wanted Copper Pennies, and so they were so super smart to think about franchising.
Absolutely.
And so in 2013 they started the franchising program, and Columbia was the first franchise, so two precious girls bought that franchise and they're doing great, and they do a lot of, you know, shopping for Gamecocks.
Well, there's so many events,
right, and then
different versions of events,
and then Greenville opened up, and Greenville, of course, has a totally different customer than any of the other stores, and so I found out that they were looking to open one on Hilton Head, which was just, I mean, to me, a perfect thing for Hilton Head Island.
No, I agree, and you know, one of the things that you mentioned when we were talking off camera is how important it is to have local ownership, because when you have a local owner, that owner, you know, I mean, you were born and raised here, so you know this market, you know what people want to wear, what kind of events there are, and what fashion would be appropriate for all these different events, right? So it's very customized.
It's very
what
customized.
You carry in your store, in your location, and it would be a little bit different than what you'd find maybe in the Charleston store or in the Greenville store, right?
And we do, when you walk into any Copper Penny, and you'll see certain brands that we carry, we all carry. But like you said, there's a different customer in the, you know, the downtown, the King Street Copper Penny than there is here.
Sure.
And so when we go,
because the lifestyle is a little bit different,
right?
You know, it's when you're in a city versus the low country, it's a different, little bit different level of dress, or you know,
and a little bit
vibe.
More, you know, laid back. We have probably more bathing suits than say Greenville would carry.
I'm sure,
that sort of thing. So it's kind of fun at market because we have the freedom to, you know, and that's why they're doing the franchising. So we have the eye, you know, for our customer, and it's interesting though on Hilton Head because we have what I kind of thought was the typical customer. It's just it's a resort area, and so right now, you know, we have all these spring breakers. So we have a 12-year-old that came in yesterday. We have an 18-year-old that came in and got her prom dress, got her graduation dress, got her baccalaureate dress. So, you know, it's so much fun. It's a lot of work, but it's so much fun. Really, kind of shopping for everybody.
And those moments too.
Those moments, special
you're participating in those
the
moments.
Prom, right? And so we really do strive to kind of have something really for everybody. I mean, a 12-year-old coming in and buying, and then, you know, a 95-year-old coming in and buying a whole new wardrobe. She comes in every couple months and just and so it makes me feel so good, and it's just so much fun.
And I want to jump on something that you just said too, because I think it's an important point. You know, when you're talking about a demographic, you know, obviously, historically in retail, the demographic is you're looking for a certain age group maybe. But with Copper Penny, and if you haven't had the experience of going into Copper Penny, it's like a candy store for anyone that likes clothes. I mean, it's so beautiful, and the jewelry and the shoes and everything, it's ridiculous. But I think what's great about it is that it's an aesthetic more than an age, like a demographic.
True.
You know, and because anyone can wear almost anything in there, wouldn't you say? Or, you know, explain to me a little bit about that.
Right, I do. Well, people come in, customers come in, or even just wander in, and people want help. You know, and a lot of times they'll say, "Oh, I've got this," and you know, welcome to Copper Penny. Browse around. You know, there's the sale area, but you know, they start honing in on certain pieces and go into the dressing room, and it's so much fun, kind of like playing off you've seen the customer, you've seen what they've picked up, you kind of have a little tiny bit of a taste, but you also think of, oh my gosh, what about this? And then they try it on and their eyes are kind of open. I never would have thought of that. And then, you know, it's kind of you know, and I want them to think about certain pieces that they already have at home that they can
Well,
build
and you
on.
kind of expand your repertoire, and you take some risks. I
Right.
mean, that's the beauty of
Yeah.
having a stylist or having an expert,
Yeah.
is they help you take risks
Yeah.
and create more than what you think is possible for
Right.
yourself look-wise.
Right.
So.
And you gain so much trust. I mean, we are so super honest, and just, you know, I'll be like, that's not my favorite.
Right.
You know,
but,
I
and
mean-
you can find something that is even better, you know.
Totally.
So
And if
make
it's-
sure you get into Copper Penny, right? Beautiful things for spring. You're loaded
So
with
much
new
fun.
arrivals.
Yes,
so
color.
And create amazing staff. So Mayor Margaret, thank you so much.
Thank
it's
you
a pleasure
so
to
much,
have you with
Jenny.
us.
Appreciate it. Thanks
And
for
stay
having me.
with us. We've got more Talk of the Town after the break.